Hello again. In this video, just a quick one, I'm going to go through runnable directories. Now, runnable directories are where you change the behavior of a directory so that when you select a directory, it will run whichever file within that directory you've chosen. So just to illustrate this, I'm going to pop into my current next game folder and I'll do a few examples here. First one's quite simple, baggers in space. There's a few files in here. I happen to know that the baggers in space next file is the one I'm interested in. So normally what I'd have to do to run baggers in space, I'd have to go into here and then I'd have to select the right file, which is fine in some cases when it's very obvious. So if I press extend mode here, you'll see the option make run. And if I press R, make directory runnable, yes or no. I choose yes. And that directory is now runnable. So if I come back to this level, you can see baggers in space now has a .run. And if I just select that folder, it will automatically choose the file, the next file that I selected. Okay. Next example. Probably going to pick some of the adventure games here because the adventure games, magnetic scrolls and such, have a lot of subfolders, one for each game, and there's a load of files in each one as well. So if I go to the magnetic folder, you'll see we have corruption, fish, guild, jinxter, and all of those things. We also have some options in terms of colours, I think that is. I can't remember now. Is it resolution or colours? I forget, but I always go with the 512 anyway. So if I want to set the corrupt folder to automatically run this corrupt 512, again I highlight it, I go extend mode and R to make run, make directory runnable, yes, and now that directory is runnable. And then of course I can do that with the others as well, fish 512. Extend mode, make run, yes, make runnable, and now they're runnable. I'm going to do a few more because level 9, there's a whole bunch of stuff in level 9. And again, adventure quest, you can see there's a whole bunch of files in here, but again we can identify which is the relevant one. Extend mode, R to make run, yes, make runnable. So now that is runnable. So just to go back and prove that point on the magnetic scrolls, if I just run fish, it runs. And similarly with the level 9 ones I picked. Adventure quest, and that will now just run without me having to drill in and select a specific file. Now, if you want to revert that, there's two things really. The first one is, what if you want to just browse into the folder? And as with other aspects of the Next, like your load preferences, which I mentioned on a previous video, symbol shift is your friend. So if I go to this adventure quest folder, hold down symbol shift and go into it, you'll see here that I can drill into the folder. Now what has been created here in order to run it is this run.bas file, and there is a method that you can use to revert the behavior and stop things from auto running. Rename the folder back. So if you were to take this folder here and then you want to edit effectively the name or rename with an R, I can then take .run off the end of that, and then it will go back to its original behavior. Because the .run doesn't exist, it's not going to try and run that bas file. Similarly with the magnetic scrolls, if I want to stop fish from automatically running when I select the folder, I rename it back to fish, and now I can just go straight into it. I can also go to the run.bas file and press E to erase it, and that will return it back to its original state.